feel me? Like, we gonna get on his ass.
Yeah.
Shit. He in a pickup truck, though. This shit just gallop away. Bloop, 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 bloop. Nigga, a fan pulled up. I'm so thirsty. A fan pulled up like, oh, you alright? We jumped in his car. Follow that truck. So, nigga, the fan went to jail.
Yo.
They towed his car. You know, I gotta bail him out.
Yeah.
Got his car and shit out, but
Did you end up getting the guy?
If you thought Chrisean Rock's life couldn't get any messier, louder, or more chaotic than a Black Friday fight at Walmart, congratulations. You were wrong. Because today, the internet just got hit with a plot twist so insane, so unbelievably unhinged, it makes the Kardashians look like quiet librarians sipping chamomile tea. I'm talking about Chrisean's young boyfriend. Yes, the same dude the internet keeps calling the teenage stunt double for trouble, suddenly exploding online and dropping a claim so wild, even Zeus paused the thunderstorm to listen. According to him, there's an alleged plot so dark, so twisted, so shockingly bold, that it targets none other than Junior's real father. And the moment he said it, the internet didn't just react. It combusted like a microwave stuffed with tinfoil and fireworks. This isn't normal drama. This isn't petty shade. This isn't even Blueface level chaos. This is the kind of scandal that makes Hollywood scream, rewrite the script, this is too much. And the craziest part? He didn't whisper it. He didn't imply it. He snapped and spilled it like he was auditioning for Surviving Chrisean, the explosive director's cut. Buckle up, this is the leak nobody was ready for. From the moment Junior was born, everything around Chrisean Rock's life turned into a non-stop reality show marathon that nobody asked for, but everybody keeps watching. Every argument, every meltdown, every unexpected twist feels like it was written by a team of sleep-deprived soap opera writers. But the drama hit a monstrous new level the second her young boyfriend stormed onto social media with the energy of someone who'd been holding in the world's biggest secret and finally cracked. His voice was jittery, his words were spiraling, and every sentence sounded like he was detonating another grenade in the already fragile universe surrounding Chrisean, Blueface, and baby Junior's complicated family web. He didn't warm up. He didn't breathe. He came in swinging like he was trying to break the internet in one take. The moment he started talking about Junior's real father, the comments section erupted like a volcano that had been waiting years for permission to explode. Fans instantly grabbed popcorn, screenshots, and prayer circles. Because anytime someone says real father in this storyline, the chaos rating instantly jumps to a level humans weren't designed to handle. But this time, it wasn't just controversy. It was an allegation so heavy it made everyone blink twice and ask if this was real or just another episode of the never-ending Rock family saga. According to him, there was a behind-the-scenes situation brewing that nobody knew about, bubbling under the surface like a forgotten pot on a boiling stove. He said there were arguments, secrets, and tension surrounding Junior that went way beyond the usual drama people see online. He hinted that certain people were supposedly trying to remove obstacles, and he claimed those obstacles included Junior's biological father. The second he said that, the internet collectively screamed because that type of accusation doesn't just stir drama, it throws a thunderstorm at everyone involved. This wasn't the type of storyline you casually drop while scrolling through your phone. This was the type of revelation people clear their schedule for. Fans started digging through old lives, old tweets, old shade videos, trying to piece together something, anything, that could explain where this bombshell came from. People began uploading side-by-side videos of the young boyfriend's rants, comparing his tone, his body language, and even his blinking rate like they were FBI-level analysts. The wild part was, the more he talked, the more convinced he seemed, acting like he'd been sitting on this information for months, just waiting for the internet to open the door so he could sprint inside with the chaos. His tone flipped between anger, frustration, and a kind of desperate urgency, the kind someone has when they believe they're exposing something the world isn't supposed to know. He kept mentioning conversations he allegedly overheard, moments he insisted were real, and claims that felt too extreme for anyone who wasn't deeply involved. People didn't know whether to take him seriously or to chalk it up to another day in the land of uncontrollable celebrity drama. But one thing was clear, he believed what he was saying, and he wasn't backing down. Meanwhile, Chrisean Rock's name started trending again. Because anytime anything remotely explosive happens within her orbit, the internet treats it like breaking news from another universe. Some fans defended her instantly, arguing that the boyfriend was just ranting for attention. Others were convinced there had to be some truth hidden inside his meltdown, because nobody wakes up and casually accuses people of a plot unless something triggered them. The loudest voices were the ones begging for context, demanding receipts, and trying to understand how the young boyfriend even got wrapped up in something so deep. Even Blueface's fanbase started reacting. Because every scandal tied to Baby Jr. automatically drags Blueface's name into the conversation, whether he likes it or not. People were pulling up old interviews, old music lyrics, and even old episodes of their chaotic show, acting like archaeologists searching for clues. And somehow every clip looked suspicious. Not because they actually proved anything, but because once the internet decides a cone of drama exists, everything suddenly looks like evidence. The young boyfriend doubled down online, insisting that he wasn't lying, wasn't exaggerating, and wasn't doing this for clout. According to him, this situation was dangerous, messy, and way uglier than the public realized. He painted a picture of private conversations filled with threats, angry emotions, and people willing to go to extreme lengths to protect their version of the future. Whether it was true, false, or just the product of heightened emotions, nobody knew. All anyone knew was that he sounded shaken, and the internet thrives on confusion like plants thrive on sunlight. People who had been following Chrisean for years started chiming in, saying the tension between her, Blueface, and Junior's biological father had always been suspicious. Others pushed back, arguing that this young boyfriend didn't know the full story and was probably repeating things he half heard or misunderstood. But that didn't stop the spread. Once the idea escaped into the digital world, it moved fast. It grew legs, wings, and a jetpack. Within hours, every gossip page, every reaction channel, and every meme account was dissecting his words like a college exam. Even the tone of the discussion changed. What started as confusion turned into genuine concern. Some people wondered if the boyfriend was safe, because anyone dropping accusations, this heavy risks getting swallowed by the fallout. Others worried for Junior's biological father, whose name suddenly resurfaced in the most chaotic way imaginable. Then there were the people clowning the entire situation, cracking jokes that the Rock family drama needed a dedicated streaming platform and weekly episode drops. The craziest part was how confident he seemed. He wasn't stuttering, hesitating, or backtracking. He spoke with the determination of someone who believed their truth mattered, even if the world wasn't ready for it. And in the realm of viral scandals, confidence is gasoline. The more assured he sounded, the more dramatic the reactions became. People couldn't look away because he spoke like a man who'd reached his breaking point and finally unloaded the emotional weight he'd been dragging around. By the end of his rant, the internet wasn't just buzzing, it was vibrating. Everyone had questions, nobody had answers, and the chaos felt like the opening chapter of a disaster movie. Whether he was exposing something real or spiraling into a meltdown didn't matter at that moment. What mattered was the tension he unleashed, the suspicion he fueled, and the way he made everyone rethink everything they thought they knew about Junior's family situation. And as always, when Chrisean Rock's name is in the center of the storm, the drama is never just drama, it becomes an event. The explosion didn't end with his rant. It only detonated the first bomb in what became a chain reaction of internet hysteria. As soon as his accusations spread, social media turned into a digital circus where every clown, ringmaster, and tightrope walker had something to say. Fans, trolls, gossip pages, and even celebrities who barely had any connection to the situation all jumped into the conversation like they were auditioning for speaking roles in the next season of the Rock family disasters. Within minutes, memes flooded the timeline, painting the young boyfriend as everything from an undercover agent gone rogue to a confused teenager who stumbled into adult conflict like a lost puppy wandering onto a battlefield. Celebrities reacted the way celebrities always do, vague tweets, mysterious emojis, and cryptic quotes that say absolutely nothing but somehow make everything worse. One rapper tweeted a single eyeball emoji, and the internet acted like he had just delivered a State of the Union address. Another influencer posted a picture of popcorn, instantly signaling that even Hollywood was front row for the show. And of course, someone pulled a Nicki Minaj meme into the mix because the internet never resists using the Queen of Expressions to narrate other people's chaos. The young boyfriend didn't back down. If anything, the rising attention made him even bolder. He doubled down, clarified nothing, and added more fuel to the wildfire by suggesting that there were messages and moments the public hadn't seen. He didn't show them, but the possibility alone sent conspiracy theorists into a frenzy. Connecting dots that didn't exist and creating flowcharts more confusing than a college physics textbook. People started asking questions like they were part of a secret investigation only they understood, and the chaos became a community project. The funniest part was how fans started theorizing like they were MCU writers developing a timeline for multiverse crossovers. They created scenarios, motives, and entire plotlines based on fragments of the boyfriend's rant. Some believed he overheard a serious conversation and misunderstood it. Others claimed he was too young to know when adults were venting. But then, there were the people who insisted he stumbled onto something real and was too emotional to package the information calmly. The internet didn't just debate, it split into factions like a digital civil war. Meanwhile, memes were everywhere. One viral meme showed Chrisean holding a walkie-talkie like she was running a spy operation. Another portrayed the young boyfriend as a whistleblower hiding behind a trash can. Someone even created a fake movie poster titled Mission Rock Possible, starring Junior's real father as the reluctant hero. It was messy, hilarious, and completely out of control. Exactly the kind of environment where scandals thrive and grow fangs. As the chaos spread, bloggers and YouTubers jumped in with reaction videos, each one acting like they uncovered a new piece of evidence, even though most of them were just repeating the same 5 sentences. They slowed down his rant to analyze tone shifts, then sped it up for comedic effect, then paused halfway to ask dramatic questions like, why would he say this now? Why him? Why today? Channels with 100 subscribers suddenly had thousands of views because the internet was hungry for any theory, any angle, any explanation, facts optional. Chrisean's supporters slammed the young boyfriend as immature and overwhelmed, calling him a kid dragged into adult beef. Blueface's fans insisted the boyfriend was simply melting under pressure. Neutral viewers didn't care who was right. They just appreciated the entertainment value. Within hours, hashtags formed their own ecosystem, each one messier than the last. People were writing threads longer than college essays, arguing like they were defending a dissertation on celebrity chaos. The boyfriend added an unexpected twist when he posted again, this time sounding calmer but even more dramatic. He hinted that he didn't feel safe, and the internet imploded. Some fans believed him immediately, imagining shadowy figures lurking around corners like a Netflix thriller. Others accused him of exaggeration, pointing out that if he truly felt scared, he wouldn't be posting every 10 minutes like a person addicted to the refresh button, but nobody ignored it. Every line he dropped became a headline, every sentence became a theory, and every emoji became a clue. Celebrities chimed in again, this time even more cryptic. One singer tweeted, "Energy don't lie." Another posted, "Protect your peace." These statements could apply to literally anything in the universe. But because the timeline was on fire, people decided they must be referring to this saga. Someone even dragged Keke Palmer into the discussion for no reason other than the internet loves using her reactions as emotional translators. Then came the unexpected twist. An old video resurfaced showing Chrisean arguing with someone off camera about Junior's father. The clip wasn't related to the current allegations at all, but it didn't matter. The internet took it, remixed it, reinterpreted it, and presented it like Exhibit A in a courtroom where logic had gone on vacation. People slowed the video down, added captions, and broke it into freeze frames like they were analyzing a crime scene. The old clip made everyone revisit the boyfriend's claim with fresh suspicion. Influencers jumped on TikTok to give their takes, delivering monologues with the intensity of actors auditioning for a drama series. They tilted their heads, squinted dramatically, and delivered lines like, "There's something off here," or "I don't trust the vibe." Whether they were right or wrong didn't matter. Their expressions alone added fuel to the rumor mill. Even comedians joined in, turning the situation into skits featuring over-the-top reenactments of imaginary conversations. The more people talked, the more the boyfriend leaned into his emotional meltdown. He started responding to comments, choosing the most dramatic ones to amplify. Any message that questioned him received a defensive reply. Any comment that supported him got reposted with energy. His behavior made everything feel even more chaotic. Like he wasn't just dropping a bombshell, he was dancing in the smoke. Some fans shifted focus to Junior's biological father, demanding he speak out, clarify, or at least acknowledge the mess swirling around him. Others argued that staying silent was the smartest move, because stepping into this level of chaos was like walking into a tornado wearing ketchup-flavored cologne. Regardless of the reason, his silence became a big part of the storyline. The quieter he stayed, the louder the drama grew. Conspiracy pages started combining real life with fiction, suggesting that people close to the situation were hiding something. They used blurry screenshots, misheard audio clips, and questionable insider sources to build narratives that made absolutely no sense, but still went viral because chaos sells better than truth. People believed whatever fit their preferred storyline, and the internet indulged every angle like an all-you-can-eat buffet of delusion. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds. Supporters fought defenders, defenders fought skeptics, and skeptics fought everyone because confusion is fuel for online warfare. The young boyfriend's name started trending globally, not because people knew who he was, but because they wanted to know why he was yelling at his phone like a man auditioning for a conspiracy documentary. Every hour brought a new wave of reactions. Late-night hosts joked about the situation. Podcast hosts debated it. Reaction channels reenacted it. By now, the story had ballooned into something far bigger than one rant. It became a spectacle, a digital stampede fueled by shock value, speculation, and pure entertainment. And amid all this chaos, one chilling question kept echoing across the timeline. What if even a tiny part of what he said was rooted in something real? That possibility was the gasoline that kept the wildfire burning. By the time the internet reached peak hysteria, the aftermath was already taking shape like a storm cloud forming before the lightning strike. The young boyfriend's rant had ignited a conversation too big to contain, and now every person remotely connected to Chrisean found themselves dragged into a storyline they didn't sign up for. The narrative spun so fast that even people who had nothing to do with Junior's family suddenly became experts, offering theories with the confidence of detectives who had cracked the case in their dreams. The chaos had evolved from entertainment into a full-blown digital earthquake. Chrisean Rock's reputation took the first hit. Not because she did anything publicly, but because silence always sounds dangerous when the internet is screaming. Fans expected her to respond instantly, but she didn't. That single decision created a vacuum, and the vacuum filled itself with interpretations ranging from "she's protecting her family" to "she's hiding something." People forgot she had a billion problems to juggle every week. They wanted answers immediately, and when the answers didn't come, they built their own. Her name trended nonstop as people speculated on what she knew, how much she knew, and why she wasn't saying anything. Meanwhile, JR's biological father, who had been the ghost of this storyline from the beginning, suddenly found his identity dissected like a rare artifact. Before the allegations, most people barely talked about him. Now he was suddenly the internet's chosen mystery figure. The silence he kept wasn't just mysterious anymore, it became a statement. Fans debated whether he stayed quiet because he didn't care, didn't believe the young boyfriend, or didn't want to pour gasoline on a fire that was already swallowing the timeline. But the internet doesn't understand silence. It needs noise, reactions, emotions, and confusion to stay alive. So the absence of a statement turned into the biggest statement possible. People created entire threads analyzing why someone would stay silent during accusations this dramatic. They compared him to celebrities who handled scandals badly, poorly, or not at all. In one meme, he was depicted as a monk meditating while the world collapsed around him. Another meme showed him walking calmly through an explosion like an action movie hero who refuses to look back. Then came the ripple effect around Blueface. Even though he had nothing to do with the boyfriend's rant, people dragged him into the conversation like a recurring character who never escapes any storyline involving Junior. Fans pulled up his past interviews, old live moments, and ancient receipts trying to find something, anything, that might hint at tension between him and Junior's biological father. Every clip was overanalyzed like it contained lost clues from a buried treasure map. Even his facial expressions from years ago resurfaced, and people swore they saw hidden meanings in the way he blinked during old arguments. The young boyfriend, however, began facing a different kind of fallout. Once the initial shock faded, the internet demanded evidence. The same crowd that treated him like a whistleblower started asking tough questions. People wanted messages, recordings, screenshots, anything that would support the claims he dropped like nuclear bombs. When he didn't produce any of those, the pressure shifted. Skeptics accused him of overreacting. Others blamed him for spreading fear without proof. and a few insisted he was telling the truth, but too emotional to organize the information properly. His followers noticed he began posting less. The confident fire that once fueled his chaotic burst now dimmed under the weight of scrutiny. The pressure of becoming the center of a global viral storm wasn't glamorous. It was exhausting. People who praised him yesterday demanded explanations today. Every time he logged in, a new wave of comments, theories, and confrontations flooded him. The fame he never asked for didn't feel like fame anymore. It felt like a spotlight burning too hot. Chrisean finally broke her silence in the most Chrisean way possible, not with a structured statement, not with a PR-approved message, but with a rant that sounded like she was tired of the world misunderstanding her every move. She didn't address the allegations directly. Instead, she talked about loyalty, chaos, stress, and the exhausting pressure of raising a child, while the internet felt entitled to play judge, jury, and narrator of her life. Fans immediately split into two reactions. Some saw her tone as frustration, while others interpreted it as avoidance. Her words, no matter how sincere, became fuel for more debate. Influencers and bloggers immediately dissected her message, turning her frustration into content. They titled their reactions with phrases like, "Chrisean finally speaks, but what is she hiding?" and "This isn't adding up." No matter what she said, the internet flipped it, twisted it, and stretched it until it looked suspicious. Her public persona wasn't built for nuance, it was built for chaos. And everything she said, no matter the intent, sounded like new layers of the story unfolding. The boyfriend, watching her response gain traction, made the mistake of responding again. This time, he didn't sound fiery, he sounded overwhelmed. He hinted that people close to him told him to stay quiet. Some thought he meant Chrisean, others believed he meant mutual friends. The ambiguity only added more confusion. His attempt to clarify only created more fog, like someone trying to wipe a dirty mirror with muddy hands. By now, the allegations weren't the main story anymore. The aftermath became the real headline. People debated loyalty, manipulation, fear, power dynamics, and the psychological toll of being young inside a hurricane of adult problems. Commentators argued over whether he was a kid in over his head or someone trying to expose something real. Both sides had strong opinions, and neither side backed down. The effect on Junior was the darkest part of the entire situation. Every argument, every accusation, every rumor revolved around him. A baby who didn't choose any of this. Fans expressed worry about the environment surrounding him. Critics questioned the emotional stability of everyone involved. Supporters argued that outsiders needed to back off and let the family breathe. The child became the center of conversations that should have never involved him. As the dust settled, one thing became painfully clear. Reputations had shifted. Chrisean looked overwhelmed. The young boyfriend looked unstable. Junior's father looked mysterious. Blueface looked annoyed by default. The entire situation transformed into a reflection of how quickly the internet can elevate, destroy, twist, or redefine people's images within hours. But the biggest shock came from the aftermath of public perception. Some viewers believed the boyfriend had exposed something real, but buried it under emotion. Others believed the entire thing was a misguided rant fueled by stress, insecurity, or misinterpretation. And a large portion of the internet walked away with the belief that nobody truly knew what was happening behind the scenes. Not them, not the fans, and definitely not the random strangers crafting theories out of pixels and vibes. When the noise finally began to fade, the story didn't end. It simply became unfinished. The kind of story people bookmark, revisit, and wait to see whether a future scandal uncovers more. The kind of chaos that doesn't close the door. It just leaves it half open, whispering that something else might slip through. And deep down, everyone watching knew one thing. This saga wasn't over. Not even close. And if you made it this far into this tornado of rumors, meltdowns, emotional explosions, and internet detectives pretending they have FBI clearance, congratulations. You deserve an award, a medal, and maybe even a therapist. Because this story isn't just drama, it's cardio. Every twist boosts your heart rate. Every allegation makes your brain sprint. This entire saga is the entertainment equivalent of drinking 3 energy drinks and riding a roller coaster during an earthquake. But listen, before you dip out to explain this madness to your group chat or start scrolling for updates like the scandal-addicted legend you are, It's time to show some love. Smash that like button like it owes you money. Hit that subscribe button like you're trying to send it into witness protection. And drop a comment telling me whose side you're on, who you think is lying, who you think is confused, and who needs to log out permanently for their own safety. Because trust me, scandals don't sleep around here. They don't take breaks. They don't go on vacation. Every time you blink, somebody in this storyline is yelling, crying, threatening, exposing, or accidentally starting the next wave of public chaos. And you already know I'll be right here with the popcorn, the sarcasm, and the receipts made of pure chaos energy. So, go ahead. Stay locked in with the channel that breaks scandals faster than Chrisean breaks silence on Instagram Live. The place where no rumor is safe, no meltdown is ignored, and no plot twist is too wild to unpack. Turn on those notifications so you never miss a moment, because the next chapter in this disaster movie is already loading. This has been another wild ride with your one and only Scandal Spark, where drama isn't just covered, it's cooked, seasoned, and served sizzling hot. Stay tuned, the next explosion is coming.